YouTube friends. Today our recipe will be green moong dal sweet recipe.
And in Tamil you could call it Susiyam.
We want to notice you guys a reminder and you guys have to stick to it right now.
So a little request. YouTube is not really easy. It's a little hard because you need to take the video, you need to organize the videos and then edit finally. And you need to upload it. But we're happy to see you guys watching our videos and commenting right away. So we're happy to see that and we're really happy to see you supporting us. But a little request. Before commenting, you should always watch the video fully and without skipping it.
Yes, so thank you guys for supporting us so far. We really appreciate it. So now let's go off cooking this wonderful recipe. Let's cook.
She's out for miles.
So for this recipe, we're going to be needing green moong dal, which is 180 grams. And we washed it 3 times and let it soak in water for 4 hours.
Wait, why do we have to soak it in for water?
Well, that's a good question. You soak it 4 hours in water because it'll be more easier to boil. Now you want to filter out the water from the green moong dal. Let the water drain out. It will probably take a few minutes. So it will be more easier if you shake the filter a little bit so the water drains out more easily.
Next we'll go on to the next step, so keep watching. Now add in 500 milliliters of water and look how it's boiling. The next ingredient we're going to put in is salt and the moong dal. So start adding the moong dal in after. Next is the salt, which is about like a pinch. Actually a half teaspoon. Mix them really good. So far, it's been boiling about 10 minutes. Look at the outcome when it's boiling. Look how it became. Hey guys, by the way, let me say another reminder. So don't add too much water while boiling it with the moong dal. The reason for this is because once you add a bit more water, then the moong dal will absorb the healthy part about the moong dal will be absorbed in the water. So that's why you shouldn't add it inside. Look how the moong dal is. Look at it while it's boiling really good. It's soft and it's on medium heat.
The moong dal is dry and there's no more water in the pot while boiling it. So now let's take it out. So for this step, we're going to be needing 50 milliliters of water and we already boiled it. And it's to melt 250 grams of jaggery. Now start melting it a little with a wooden spoon or any kind of cooking spoon.
Stir it together.
Now the jaggery has been melted properly and good and it has to be a little thick. Well, you can see that it's become a little bubbly and like a little fizzy and bubbly.
After it's melted good, we're going to move on to the next step, so let's go on that.
Now take it out and start filtering the melted jaggery. Now start filtering the melted jaggery and make sure you filter it properly and get rid of the unwanted parts. Now we're going to have a half coconut that we grated and we're going to fry it.
So now let me explain. Right now the grated coconut is wet, but when we fry it, it's going to be a little bit dry. Let me explain why you should make it dry. So when it's dry and we add it to the food, it becomes more preserved. You can keep it and eat it for a long time. But if you keep it and it's wet and you add it to the food, it'll become spoiled in about 2 to 3 days. So that's why we have to do this step. So now let's move on to the next step.
So it took about 3 minutes for this to fry and you can see that it's been a little dry and the water dried up really good. So now,
yes, let's go on to the next step. So now we're going to add the moong dal and then put it near the grated coconut together. We're going to add it together in one pan.
And we boil the green moong dal.
Yes, that's true. After, the next step is
mix it together with the grated coconut.
Yes, mix it really good. Make sure everything comes together.
Everything has to come together, especially the green moong dal and the grated fried coconut.
Yes.
Now next is the jaggery syrup that we made by melting the jaggery. Pour all over the green moong dal and the grated coconut.
After that, this is a really looking flavor. We're gonna put them together and mix it really good. Make sure everything comes together, especially the jaggery syrup with all the ingredients that we put right now.
Now we're gonna add 1 teaspoon of cardamom powder and make sure to put it all over. Then start adding 1 teaspoon of ghee.
We put the ghee in because if we put it in, it's gonna smell really good, the food. And also let me forget to mention that this is a really healthy recipe and normally we can eat this in the morning as breakfast, and that's why you should try this. It's really delicious and healthy and beneficial.
So when you eat this in the morning, and you'll feel this energy and a lot of energy, and you'll feel like a different feeling.
It basically makes you more energetic. And let me also tell you this, there are a lot of varieties to make this recipe, but we prefer to make it this way. That's why you see this one. After this food dries up, we are gonna put it about 5 minutes on medium heat.
Once everything dries a little, you want to mash it properly. The reason is because it'll be easier to roll it into a ball in the next step, but we're not going to do it now because it's too hot and we want it to cool down a little. But for now, you want to mash it properly. So friends, you want to mash this really good and it will be easier to roll it into balls, so make sure you mash it all over. Now let's go on to the next step. So the next step is to make the batter, which we need 120 grams of all-purpose flour that we steamed. So add it in to the bowl. Then we have rice flour, which is 2 tablespoons. And don't forget 2 pinches of salt. So the salt is right here. Now put it all over. Then you want to start mixing everything until it comes all together.
Hey sister, I think you forget an ingredient, which is, I think, turmeric powder, which is about a half teaspoon.
Now you want to add that in too. And don't forget to add it.
So friends, add it in and then mix it together, just like this.
Now you want to add 200 milliliters of water. But if that's not enough, I'll tell you when it's enough. And we're going to add it little by little. After you add a little, start mixing it.
Friends, keep pouring in the water and mixing.
And you can see that it's becoming a little thick. Now, we added 200 milliliters, but now we're adding a little bit more, which is 50 milliliters. Now keep on mixing it properly. In total, we added 250 milliliters, and that seems like enough. So now let's go on to the next step.
This is the consistency like this. So after this, let's guys move on to the next step. So look at this, how beautiful and how it came out. So let's move on to the next step.
Now once it cooled down, you want to take a little bit of the green Moong Dal mix and then roll it into a little ball.
Look at this, guys. Grab it and roll it like this. Just like this, follow us, and then we're gonna make the ball and show you how.
Now I rolled it into a circular ball and make sure to wash your hands before you do it. Now keep it aside on a plate. Now let's do the rest of it. Now I'm rolling it into another ball and this is the second one. Now keep it aside and let's move on to the next step. So this is the last one and now we're done. Now let's go on to the next step. So we added some vegetable oil into this pot and it has to be about this level and it has to be completely heated. So we're just waiting for it to heat. So the oil has heated up and everything's ready. The batter and the balls, everything's ready. So now we're gonna gently take the balls and gently put it in the batter. Then take the spoon and gently pour the batter on top of the balls.
Right now, we will show you one or two of them, and then we will show you how to make the rest of them.
Now take it off. And then gently put it in the oil. Now we're gonna put it onto the oil.
Make sure it fries good, and then we will put the other ones into the oil. We showed you the steps before. Follow that on, guys, and then fry it really good.
And you've been noticing that the balls are sinking into the oil. So that is supposed to happen.
In order for it to fry really good.
So when you're frying it, 2-3 minutes is enough. But normally when it's golden brown, it's ready to take out. And remember to put it on medium heat. 2-3 minutes is enough to be fried. And it's close to 3 minutes. So now you're gonna take it out and put it on a piece of paper so the oil can drain out. Now let's take it out one by one. So our Susiyam is finally finished and it looks wonderful.
So this can be served with hot tea or coffee, and it's well served right now. Look how delicious, look how textured it is. It has a crispy texture.
And you can also eat this at breakfast.
Yes, it's very healthy. It contains a lot of protein, and you guys have to try this. So we hope you enjoy this
video.
Or video, yeah.
Thank you for watching
this video. Stay safe, you guys, and keep supporting us. So thanks for watching, guys.
See you in the next video. Until then, bye.